Let's be real for a sec. Who else has felt like their uterus is trying to audition for a heavy metal band during that time of the month? Like, seriously, the cramps can be so intense. They make you want to curl up in a ball and hibernate until it's all over. Am I right? And while popping a pill might be our go-to, what if I told you there are super effective, research-backed natural remedies that could actually give you serious relief? In this video, we're diving deep into 15 natural remedies for period cramps that aren't just old wives' tales, but are backed by actual science. Get ready to ditch some of that discomfort, because we're about to unlock some major period pain secrets. First up on our list is ginger. Yep, that spicy little root that makes your stir-fries taste amazing. Turns out it's a warrior against cramps. So, how do we know this actually works? Well, Smarty Pants researchers gathered 150 students over 18 and gave some of them ginger powder capsules, while others got common pain meds like mefenamic acid and ibuprofen. They did this for the first 3 days of their period, measuring their pain, and guess what they found? All three groups, including the ginger group, had a huge drop in pain severity. Seriously, ginger was just as effective as those over-the-counter painkillers. So, for you, my loves, the research suggests taking 250 milligrams of ginger powder 4 times a day for the first 3 days of your period. You can find ginger capsules, or if you're feeling adventurous, steep some fresh ginger slices in hot water for a potent tea. Just make sure it's consistent for those first few days. All right, coming in hot at number 2, let's talk about a spice you definitely have in your kitchen: cinnamon. A study got 76 students, giving half of them 1,000 milligrams of cinnamon every day for the first 3 days of their period over 2 cycles, and the other half a placebo. Quick side note on what a placebo is. It's like a dummy treatment. It looks just like the real thing, but it doesn't contain any active ingredients. Researchers use it to see if the actual treatment is having a genuine effect beyond just someone thinking they're getting better. They used this pain scale, the visual analog scale, and tracked how much their pain dropped. The results? The cinnamon group saw their pain scores drop significantly more than the placebo group, not just in the first cycle, but even more in the second. This tells us cinnamon is seriously effective at reducing that menstrual misery. Cinnamon is thought to have antispasmodic and anti-inflammatory properties that can relax those crampy muscles. To try this for yourself, aim for 1,000 milligrams of cinnamon daily during the first 72 hours of your period. You can get cinnamon capsules, or if you're a DIY queen, try adding a full teaspoon, which is roughly 2.5 to 3 grams, of high-quality cinnamon powder to your smoothies, oatmeal, or even warm water. Moving on to a remedy that might surprise you. Our third natural hero for those monthly woes is fennel. You know that licorice-tasting seed? It's a hidden gem. A massive review of 12 different studies involving hundreds of women looked at how fennel stacks up against both placebos and even NSAIDs, like mefenamic acid and ibuprofen. And what did this big picture reveal? Fennel significantly reduced pain intensity compared to a placebo. Plus, it showed a non-significant trend towards being even better than NSAIDs. That's huge. It means fennel is a strong contender, even against the big guns. Fennel acts as an antispasmodic, meaning it can help prevent those painful muscle spasms in your uterus. While the exact dosage can vary across studies, often it's around 30 milligrams of fennel extract 4 times a day, or even a strong tea made from fennel seeds. Try brewing a cup of fennel tea by steeping a teaspoon of crushed fennel seeds in hot water for 5 to 10 minutes, a few times a day when cramps hit. Ready for a real game changer? Let's get into our 4th powerful remedy, the super seed, fenugreek. This one is a real game changer. A review of 4 randomized controlled trials found that fenugreek made a large and significant reduction in the severity of period pain. We're talking about studies where women typically took 900 milligrams of fenugreek 3 times a day for the first 3 days of their period over 2 cycles compared to a placebo. The results were undeniable, a huge drop in pain severity. This isn't just a little bit better, it's significantly better. Fenugreek contains compounds that have anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving properties, helping to calm those internal storms. The research points to 900 milligrams of fenugreek 3 times a day during the first 1 to 3 days of your period, for at least 2 cycles to really see the benefits. Look for fenugreek capsules for easy dosing. And for our fifth soothing solution, let's get cozy with a calming classic, chamomile. Research has shown that chamomile is more than just a sleepy time tea, my friends. A systematic review and meta-analysis of 4 trials with over 450 participants showed that chamomile supplementation led to a significant reduction in menstrual pain intensity compared to a placebo. The researchers pooled the data and saw a clear pattern. Chamomile helps dial down that discomfort. Chamomile is rich in compounds that have antispasmodic and anti-inflammatory effects, which can soothe the uterine muscles. While specific dosages vary, the studies often use chamomile extract or capsules. A common way to use it is by drinking chamomile tea regularly leading up to and during your period. Aim for 2 to 3 cups a day, using high-quality tea bags or loose-leaf chamomile flowers. Next up, let's dive deep into something your brain loves, but your crampy uterus will love even more: omega-3s, also known as fish oil. In a double-blind study, 95 young women took either 1 gram of fish oil daily or a placebo for 3 months. Then, after a short break, they switched groups. The findings were super clear. The omega-3 supplementation significantly reduced pain intensity. And get this, the women taking fish oil also took fewer rescue ibuprofen tablets. That means less pain and less reliance on meds. How cool is that? Omega-3s are powerful anti-inflammatories, which is key because period cramps are often linked to inflammation in the uterus. The study used 1 gram of fish oil daily, so consider adding a good quality fish oil supplement to your daily routine, especially in the weeks leading up to and during your period. Consistency is key here for those anti-inflammatory benefits to build up. For our 7th remedy, let's shine a light on an essential mineral we usually think of for bones, but it has major period perks too: calcium. A study with 63 students looked at giving them either calcium plus magnesium or calcium alone, or a placebo, starting from day 15 of their cycle until their pain went away, for 2 cycles. The incredible finding? Both the calcium plus magnesium group and the calcium alone group significantly reduced pain intensity and even the length of their discomfort compared to the placebo. And guess what? The combo of calcium plus magnesium was even better than calcium alone. Calcium plays a crucial role in muscle contraction and relaxation, and maintaining proper levels can help regulate uterine muscle activity, making cramps less severe. The study used 600 milligrams of calcium carbonate and 300 milligrams magnesium if combining. This suggests starting your calcium and magnesium supplements around day 15 of your cycle, roughly 2 weeks before your period starts, and continuing until your period pain subsides. And number 8 on our list is the sunshine vitamin, which is more powerful than you might think for period pain: vitamin D. Researchers took 60 women who were low on vitamin D and gave half of them a single high dose of vitamin D, 300,000 IU, 5 days before their period, while the other half got a placebo. The results were astounding. The vitamin D group saw a huge decrease in their average pain score compared to the placebo group. We're talking a 2.3-point reduction versus a tiny 0.2-point increase. That's a significant difference. Vitamin D is known for its anti-inflammatory properties and its role in regulating calcium levels, which, as we just learned, is super important for muscle function. This study suggests a single high dose of vitamin D before your period. However, for general health and consistent benefits, it's often more practical to talk to your doctor about your vitamin D levels and consider daily supplementation, especially if you're deficient. A common daily dose might be 2,000 to 5,000 IU, but always consult with a healthcare professional for personalized advice. Let's talk about a remedy that feels like a warm hug from the inside out. Remedy number 9 is heat therapy. A meta-analysis of 6 studies with over 400 participants showed that heat was significantly more effective at relieving pain than doing nothing. Duh, we kinda knew that, right? But here's the kicker. It was also superior to NSAIDs, like ibuprofen, alone. Yep, that cozy warmth can actually outperform the pills in some cases. Heat therapy works by increasing blood flow and relaxing the uterine muscles, which helps to alleviate spasms and reduce pain. It's like giving your uterus a warm, comforting hug. To get started with heat therapy, apply a heating pad, hot water bottle, or warm pack to your lower abdomen during your period. You can do this for 15 to 30 minutes at a time, as often as needed. The studies looked at both moist and dry heat, so whatever feels best for you. This next remedy might sound a little fancy, but it's totally worth knowing about. Our 10th remedy is electroacupuncture at SP6. In a study, women received electroacupuncture at different points, including a specific one called spleen meridian point 6, SP6. The amazing finding was that EA at SP6 provided the most significant pain relief with a massive reduction in pain. We're talking a huge drop that was statistically undeniable. SP6 is a known acupuncture point located on the inner ankle, about 4 finger widths above the ankle bone. It's often used in traditional Chinese medicine to regulate the spleen and liver meridians, which are believed to influence menstrual health and pain. Electroacupuncture adds a mild electrical current to enhance the therapeutic effect. To try this, you'll need to consult a qualified acupuncturist, discuss primary dysmenorrhea, and specifically ask about treatment focusing on the SP6 point. They can provide targeted sessions during your period, as the study showed benefit when treatment was given for 3 days during menstruation. Sticking with that high-tech vibe, our 11th remedy sounds complex, but is actually super accessible. Let's talk about transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation, or TENS. A meta-analysis of 4 studies with 260 participants compared high-frequency TENS to a sham TENS, where it looks like it's working but isn't. The powerful conclusion? TENS was found to be significantly superior for pain relief. This means those little electrical pulses are genuinely doing something to interrupt your pain signals. TENS units work by sending mild electrical currents through electrodes placed on your skin. These currents interfere with pain signals traveling to your brain and can also stimulate the release of endorphins, your body's natural pain relievers. You can purchase a small, portable TENS unit online or at pharmacies. Look for models specifically designed for menstrual pain or general pain relief. Place the pads on your lower abdomen or lower back where you feel the cramps and adjust the intensity to a comfortable buzzing sensation. Use it as needed during your period for quick relief. All right, let's slow it down and get mindful. Our 12th natural remedy is yoga, and it's not just for flexibility, it's for period peace too. A systematic review and meta-analysis of 4 trials involving 230 women compared structured yoga interventions to no intervention. The exciting news? Yoga resulted in a significant reduction in menstrual pain intensity. This tells us that incorporating certain movements and breathwork can genuinely make a difference in how much you hurt. Yoga combines physical postures, breathing exercises, and meditation, all of which can reduce stress, improve circulation, and gently stretch and strengthen the muscles around your abdomen, helping to ease tension and spasms. Look for yoga routines specifically for menstrual pain or gentle restorative yoga. Focus on poses that open the hips and gently stretch the lower back and abdomen, like child's pose, cat-cow, or reclining bound angle pose. Practicing regularly, especially in the week leading up to and during your period, can be very beneficial. There are tons of free resources on YouTube for this. I know, when you're cramping, the last thing you want to do is move. But hear me out, our 13th remedy is aerobic exercise. A meta-analysis of 16 studies involving over 900 women looked at different types of aerobic exercise like jogging, cycling, dancing, and even Pilates, comparing them to no exercise. The results were astounding. Aerobic exercise significantly reduced both pain intensity and pain duration. We're talking less intense pain and for fewer hours. Exercise releases endorphins, your body's natural painkillers, and it also helps improve blood circulation, which can reduce inflammation and congestion in the pelvic area. Aim for moderate aerobic activity for at least 30 minutes, most days of the week, especially in the weeks leading up to and during your period. This doesn't have to be intense. A brisk walk, dancing to your favorite songs, or a gentle bike ride can make a world of difference. For our next one, we're tapping into centuries of knowledge. Our 14th remedy is the traditional Chinese herbal formula, Siwutang or SWT. A massive meta-analysis of 38 different studies involving almost 4,000 women compared Siwutang, alone or with other treatments, to Western medicine, placebo, or no treatment. The findings were super compelling. Compared to Western medicine, SWT actually showed greater pain reduction and a higher overall treatment response rate. That's incredible. Traditional wisdom holding its own against modern medicine. Siwutang is a classic Chinese herbal formula traditionally used to nourish blood and regulate menstruation. It often contains herbs like Rehmannia root, Angelica sinensis, dongquai, Paeonia lactiflora, white peony root, and Ligusticum chuanxiong, Sichuan lovage root. These herbs are believed to work synergistically to improve blood circulation, reduce stagnation, and calm uterine spasms. Because this is a specific herbal formula, it's best to consult with a qualified traditional Chinese medicine practitioner. They can properly diagnose your specific needs and prescribe the correct siwutang dosage and preparation. It often comes as a decoction, granules, or pills that's right for you. Do not self-prescribe complex herbal formulas. Finally, for our 15th powerful remedy, we have another traditional gem, traditional Chinese herbal formula, Jigen decoction. In a study, 30 women tested Jigen decoction against a placebo over 3 cycles. What did they see? The Jigen decoction group had a significant reduction in pain scores compared to the placebo. And here's the cool part. In lab tests, they even showed that the formula could inhibit uterine contractions. Jigen decoction, also known as kudzu decoction, typically includes herbs like Pueraria lobata, kudzu root, Ephedra sinica, ma huang, cinnamon twig, and Paeonia lactiflora, white peony root. It's traditionally used to relieve muscle tension and promote circulation, which aligns perfectly with its cramp-reducing effects. Like siwutang, Jigen decoction is a complex herbal formula. For safe and effective use, it is essential to consult with a licensed traditional Chinese medicine, TCM practitioner. They can determine if this formula is appropriate for your specific condition and provide guidance on dosage and preparation. We just covered a whole arsenal of research-backed natural remedies for period cramps. From kitchen staples like ginger and cinnamon, to powerful supplements like calcium and omega-3s, to ancient wisdom like acupuncture and herbal formulas, there are so many ways to find relief beyond just popping a pill. Remember, everyone's body is different, so what works for one person might not work for another. The key is to experiment safely and consistently with these options. And always chat with your doctor or a healthcare professional before adding new supplements or treatments to your routine, especially if you have underlying health conditions or are taking other medications. Which of these remedies are you most excited to try first? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up, share it with your girl squad, and subscribe for more real talk and science-backed tips to make our lives easier. Until next time, stay strong, stay comfy, and you've got this. Bye for now.